Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Germana and today we are going to see a very important past tense in Italian, which is passato remoto. But before you continue with this video, if you haven't already, I suggest you watch also this video up here, in which I introduce you to another relevant past tense in Italian, that is passato prossimo, which is very important to differentiate from passato remoto. So I really hope that this video could be of help for you in order to clarify all of your doubts and questions about passato remoto. And to help you with your self-studying, I've created a PDF file to let you practice a bit of grammar, and you can download it by clicking on the Google Drive link down below, which will lead you straight to the PDF file. But first guys, if you want to see any other Italian grammar videos from me in the future, just make sure to subscribe down below and turn on my post notification so you never miss another upload. Are you ready? Let's get started! Cristoforo Colombo scoprì l'America nel 1492. Cristoforo Colombo discovered America in 1492. Okay, this is not an history class, and I'm pretty sure that some of you may also have something to argue about this sentence, but let's just focus on its grammar. As you can see, it includes a verb conjugated in passato remoto. Can you spot it? Yes, it's scoprì, which, as you can imagine, is passato remoto of the verb scoprire, to discover. So my question for you is, why did I use passato remoto in this sentence to talk about a past action instead of, for example, passato prossimo? Before you continue with this video, let me know your answer in the comment section down below. You're going to check later on whether your response is close to the solution or not. Let's see another example. Leonardo da Vinci dipinse la Gioconda intorno ai primi anni del Cinquecento. Leonardo da Vinci painted La Gioconda in the very first years of the 16th century. Here we have the verb dipinse, which is passato remoto of the verb dipingere, to paint. So let's compare the two sentences we've seen. My suggestion for now, don't care about the form of each verb, just focus on the cases in which we would use passato remoto. As you've probably already guessed, we are talking about two actions well finished in the past that have no connection with the present. But is it enough to decide to use passato remoto in place, for example, of passato prossimo? In both sentences, we have two important adverbs of time that make us understand we are talking about very past actions. Indeed, in the first one we have 1492, whereas in the last one we have Cinquecento. These are for sure relevant clues for us. But as we've seen in my previous video about passato prossimo, the main difference between passato prossimo and passato remoto lies in our perception on that past event. More specifically, when we use passato remoto, the event we are describing is not only far away from the present, but it is also far away emotionally and psychologically from us, so that we have no real connection with those events. That's why, for example, talking about Cristoforo Colombo or Leonardo da Vinci, we use passato remoto because honestly guys, amongst you and me, whoever talked to them, whoever interacted with them. Hence, you'll mostly find this tense in historical text, biographic text, all texts that relate to something very far away from us, not only in terms of time. So everything that concerns history, discoveries, and any topic related to that. Yet, this doesn't mean that you'll find this tense only in written text, because guys, you're going to find this tense also in speaking, and that's something you must be prepared for. I'm telling you that because it's well known that exist many varieties of the Italian language influenced by the place in which the language developed, or the level of alphabetization of its speakers, or the register that the speaker decided to adopt in a text or in speaking. So all these varieties make the language, and you must know that the more you go to the north of Italy, the less you hear this tense. Quite the opposite, the more you go to the south of Italy, the more you hear people using it to talk about past actions already finished in the past, but also actions that have just finished and already have a connection with the present. So you see that the usage really depends on the place, on the speakers, and on the situation. Another important feature, and if you're an Italian watching this video, please don't be offended from that, it is said that people from Tuscany are the only really able to use passato remoto and prossimo correctly. Probably because in the middle there's balance, and Tuscany it's more or less in the center of Italy. I'm just kidding, of course, but it is very important that you're aware of these facts, because the usage of passato remoto really depends on all of these factors, and it's very important that you remember them. Okay, so now let's move on to the form of this tense. As for each tense, we have three main conjugations. The first one ending in are, the second one ending in ere, and the third one ending in ire. Let's see how to conjugate a regular verb for each conjugation. Let's start with verbs ending in are in their infinitive form. For example, parlare, to speak, to talk. Io parlai, tu parlasti, lui, lei parlò, noi parlammo, voi parlaste, loro parlarono. For the second conjugation, I chose potere, can, be able to. Io potei or potetti, tu potesti, lui, lei poté or potette, noi potemmo, voi poteste, loro poterono or potettero. And now for the third conjugation, let's see the verb partire, to leave. Io partii, tu partisti, lui, lei partì, noi partimmo, voi partiste, loro partirono. If you wish to practice a bit more by yourself, I've created another PDF file which you can download by clicking on the same Google Drive link down below, which will lead you straight to the PDF file. This file includes some other regular verbs, and you'll find a table to fill in with the conjugation. Remember guys that practicing makes you perfect. So if you're struggling to learn a new language like Italian for example, I suggest you watch this video up here in which I'll tell you my 15 tips to learn a foreign language from scratch with consistent growth. Okay, so now let's continue with some irregular verbs. They work exactly the same as the regular ones, but they differ a bit from them. Indeed, what really gives my students a lot of headaches is their conjugation. Let's see how to conjugate an irregular verb such as leggere, to read, together. This is a verb of the second conjugation, and we've seen that in the endings clearly prevails the vowel I. So we have io lessi, tu leggesti, lui, lei lesse, noi leggemmo, voi leggeste, loro lessero. Just at the first sight, can you spot what are the pronouns for which we change also the root of the verb? Yes, for the conjugation of the pronouns io, lui, lei, and loro, what changes is not only the ending, but also the root of the verb. But guys, don't get frustrated with this conjugation, because also in irregularity there's regularity. Let's see more in detail. Io lessi, lui, lei lesse, loro lessero. You can easily understand that the root of the irregular verb is less, and then you can just add the endings I, e, ero. While for the first person plural and the second person both singular and plural, you just simply conjugate the verb following the regular conjugation of a verb of the second conjugation. Easy peasy, right? Let's see another example with another irregular verb. Dire, to say or to tell. This verb is from the third conjugation, and its regular root in passato prossimo takes its origins from Latin. So we have dic from dicere, which is the corresponding infinitive form of dire nowadays. What if I tell you that the regular root of this verb is dis, like less for leggere? How would you continue with the conjugation? Let me know in the comment section down below. So we have io dissi, tu dicesti, lui lei disse, noi dicemmo, voi diceste, loro dissero. So again, first person singular and third person both singular and plural differ from the rest. Okay guys, I know this was a tricky one because with the verb dire you have to focus really on all the conjugation. Usually with a verb such as leggere that we've seen before, you only have to pay attention on the first person singular and the third person singular and plural. So remember to change the root when you use that pronouns. Again, as the list of the irregular verbs is quite wide, I've summarized the most common ones in a PDF file which you can download by clicking on the same Google Drive link down below, which will lead you straight to the PDF file. Okay guys, we are almost at the end of today's lesson, so before I leave you, I want to do this little test together with you. You'll find 5 sentences to fulfill with the correct verb conjugated in passato remoto. Let's start with number 1. Alessandro Manzoni scrivere I Promessi Sposi nel 1827. Number 2. I miei bisnonni partire per l'America nel 1890. Number 3. Romolo essere il primo re di Roma. 4. Dante Alighieri morire nel 1321 a Ravenna. And last one. Tra i molti studi, Leonardo da Vinci interessarsi al volo degli uccelli. Pay attention with this last one because here we also have a reflexive verb. So good, that's all for today's lesson. For sure, we will work on this tense later on in the future, but for now, I hope I give you some relevant insights on the topic to help you with your self-studying. Remember to respond to the quiz test in the comment section down below, and also let me know what you think about this Italian tense. Plus, don't forget that I've been teaching online both on Preply and Italki. So now, if you want to get to know me and book a trial lesson with me, you can find all the information in the description box down below. On Italki, you have the possibility to have one-on-one online lessons whenever and wherever you want. And all you need is just a long and stable internet connection. In my opinion, this is definitely the most efficient way to reach language fluency. So click on the link in the description box to earn 10 USD Italki credits when you sign up for your first lesson. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter account. See you next time. Ciao!